For centuries, the legend of Atlantis has captivated imaginations across the world. From the philosophical writings of Plato to modern novels and documentaries, the story of the lost city has woven itself into the fabric of human curiosity. Was Atlantis merely a parable, a cautionary tale crafted by ancient thinkers? Or could it represent a real, forgotten civilization, lost to the depths of time and ocean? The enduring mystery of Atlantis invites us to explore the boundaries between myth and reality, prompting us to ask, what is the true story behind the lost city? Our journey begins in ancient Greece, around 360 BCE, with the philosopher Plato. It is from his dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, that the world first learns of Atlantis. Plato describes an advanced civilization located beyond the Pillars of Heracles, an area many believe to correspond to the Strait of Gibraltar. According to his account, Atlantis was a powerful and technologically sophisticated society, boasting grand architecture, a large navy, and a complex social structure. Its people were said to be descended from Poseidon, the god of the sea, and mortal women, blending divine lineage with human ingenuity. Plato recounts how Atlantis flourished for generations, its rulers growing in wisdom and virtue. But over time, greed and hubris took hold. The Atlanteans became obsessed with power and conquest, turning away from the virtues that had made their civilization great. As punishment for their arrogance, the gods sent a cataclysm. Massive earthquakes and floods consumed the island, sinking it beneath the waves in a single day and night of misfortune. Thus, Atlantis vanished, leaving behind only stories and warnings for future generations. For Plato, Atlantis serves as a cautionary allegory, a reflection on the dangers of pride and moral decay. Yet his vivid description, filled with geographic details and rich cultural imagery, has led many to speculate whether he was recounting a real historical event or drawing upon older traditions and rumors circulating in the ancient world. Throughout antiquity and the Middle Ages, the story of Atlantis was largely regarded as fiction or allegory. Few classical scholars took it as literal history, and references to the lost city faded into obscurity. It was not until the Renaissance, when European explorers discovered new continents and civilizations, that interest in Atlantis was rekindled. Suddenly, the idea of lost worlds hidden across uncharted oceans seemed plausible, even tantalizing. In the centuries that followed, explorers, scientists, and dreamers began to search for clues. Theories about the location of Atlantis multiplied. Some pointed to the Mediterranean, suggesting the island of Santorini, once the bustling center of the Minoan civilization, destroyed by a volcanic eruption, as a possible candidate. Others turned their gaze to the Atlantic, proposing that Atlantis might have been a real landmass submerged by rising seas or catastrophic events. One of the most enduring theories connects Atlantis to the Minoans, whose advanced society flourished on Crete and surrounding islands over 3,500 years ago. The Minoans were accomplished sailors, architects, and artists, their palaces richly decorated and their cities bustling with trade. When the volcanic island of Thera erupted around 1600 BCE, it unleashed destruction on a scale rarely seen in human history. Some believe this disaster inspired Plato's tale, as memories of the catastrophe echoed down through generations. Others argue that Atlantis could lie in the Atlantic Ocean itself. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, writers and amateur archaeologists speculated that submerged landmasses, such as the Azores, the Canary Islands, or even the Caribbean, might be remnants of the lost city. The idea of Atlantis as a forgotten cradle of civilization, possibly the origin of ancient cultures in Egypt and the Americas, proved irresistible to many. As the legend grew, so too did the stories surrounding Atlantis. The city came to be imagined as a utopian society, a repository of lost wisdom and technology far ahead of its time. Some believed that Atlanteans possessed the secrets of flight, powerful crystals, or even psychic abilities. The tale of Atlantis became a canvas onto which people projected their hopes, fears, and ideals, a place where the boundaries between history and fantasy blurred. Despite the allure of the legend, mainstream historians and archaeologists remain skeptical. Plato is the sole primary source for Atlantis. No ancient Egyptian, Mesopotamian, or Mediterranean records corroborate his account. His dialogues are philosophical works, not historical chronicles, and his description of Atlantis bears the hallmarks of allegory rather than eyewitness testimony. Moreover, the geographic and temporal inconsistencies in his narrative, placing Atlantis 9,000 years before his own time, cast further doubt on its historicity. Yet the absence of evidence has not diminished the fascination with Atlantis. Advances in underwater archaeology have revealed lost cities and settlements across the globe, from the sunken ruins of Pavlopetri in Greece to the submerged temples of Dwarka in India. Each discovery fuels speculation. If these places could vanish beneath the waves, why not Atlantis? The search for Atlantis has also inspired scientific inquiry. Geologists and oceanographers have studied ancient climate change, tectonic shifts, and catastrophic events that could explain the loss of entire land masses. The end of the last ice age, for example, saw sea levels rise dramatically, inundating coastlines and submerging settlements. Some researchers suggest that collective memories of these floods may have given rise to legends like Atlantis, echoing real events in mythic form. The modern age has seen a resurgence of Atlantis in popular culture. Novels, films, and television shows cast the city as a place of wonder, intrigue, and danger. Writers like Jules Verne, Edgar Cayce, and more recently, filmmakers, such as James Cameron, have reimagined Atlantis as a key to ancient mysteries, extraterrestrial contact, or advanced technology. The city has become synonymous with the quest for knowledge and the thrill of discovery. But beyond the entertainment, the legend of Atlantis speaks to deeper questions about human nature and the rise and fall of civilizations. Why do we dream of lost worlds and forgotten peoples? What lessons can we draw from the stories we tell about the past? In Atlantis, we see a mirror held up to our ambitions and anxieties, the hope that greatness can be achieved, and the fear that it can be lost through folly. There are those who argue that the real significance of Atlantis lies not in the search for physical ruins, but in the examination of its message. Plato's warning against hubris and moral decline resonates as strongly today as it did millennia ago. In his vision, the fall of Atlantis serves as a reminder that power and wealth are fleeting, and that societies must remain vigilant against the temptations of arrogance. Others continue to pursue the mystery with scientific rigor. Archaeologists explore ancient shipwrecks, submerged settlements, and lost islands, seeking evidence that could shed light on Plato's account. The field of marine archaeology has grown, using advanced technology, sonar, remotely operated vehicles, satellite imaging, to probe the depths of oceans and seas. Each expedition brings new findings, revealing the complexity and diversity of ancient maritime cultures. The debate over Atlantis also intersects with the study of myth itself. Myths are not simply fanciful stories. They are repositories of collective memory, shaped by the experiences, fears, and hopes of entire societies. The tale of Atlantis may encapsulate memories of real disasters, volcanoes, earthquakes, floods that shaped the ancient world. Or it may reflect a yearning for lost golden ages, periods of peace and prosperity that seem unattainable in the present. As we examine the evidence, we find that the boundary between myth and history is often porous. Legends of sunken lands and lost civilizations appear in cultures around the world. The ancient Egyptians spoke of Zep Tepi, the first time, a golden age lost to catastrophe. The Sumerians recounted the story of a great flood, echoed in the biblical tale of Noah. The indigenous peoples of the Americas have their own traditions of vanished worlds and sunken cities. Atlantis, in this light, is but one chapter in a universal story, the search for origins and meaning amid the chaos of history. The legend also challenges us to confront the fragility of a human achievement. Civilizations rise, flourish, and fall, sometimes in the blink of an eye. The ruins of ancient cities, Babylon, Troy, Angkor, Machu Picchu, remind us that greatness is not eternal. Atlantis stands as both a warning and a symbol, a place where dreams and disaster meet, where the pursuit of knowledge and power must be tempered by humility. In the final analysis, the question remains: was Atlantis myth, legend, or a forgotten civilization? The answer, perhaps, lies in the interplay between imagination and evidence. While the physical city may never be found, the legacy of Atlantis endures in the human spirit. It inspires explorers to search, scholars to debate, and storytellers to create. It teaches us that the past is full of mysteries and that the stories we tell shape the future. As we look to the horizon, the allure of Atlantis calls us to explore, to wonder, and to learn. Whether as a symbol of lost greatness or a cautionary tale against hubris, the legend remains a testament to the power of myth and the unending quest to uncover the secrets of our world. In contemplating Atlantis, we are invited to reflect on our own civilization. Are we building wisely or sowing the seeds of decline? What values guide us, and what lessons can we draw from those who came before? The lost city, whether real or imagined, challenges us to seek balance between ambition and humility, progress and preservation. The enduring debate over Atlantis reminds us that the search for truth is an ongoing journey. It is a quest that stretches across centuries and continents, linking the dreams of philosophers, scientists, and storytellers. In this sense, Atlantis is more than a place. It is an idea, a symbol of humanity's enduring fascination with the unknown. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of our past, the legend of Atlantis will no doubt persist. New discoveries may shift the boundaries of what we know, while old stories continue to inspire. The city may remain lost, but its spirit endures. In every quest for knowledge, every exploration of the deep, and every tale told around the fire. Ultimately, the story of Atlantis is a reminder that the world is full of wonders, waiting to be discovered. Whether myth, legend, or forgotten civilization, Atlantis invites us to dream, to question, and to seek the truth that lies beneath the surface. It is a testament to the power of imagination, the resilience of hope, and the enduring human desire to understand our place in the universe. So, as we ponder the fate of the lost city, let us remember that the search for Atlantis is, in many ways, a search for ourselves, for the wisdom to build, the humility to learn, and the courage to face the unknown. The legend lives on, not only in ancient texts and modern tales, but in the hearts of all who dare to dream. In the end, whether Atlantis was a myth, a legend, or a forgotten civilization, its story continues to echo through time. It reminds us that the greatest mysteries are not always found in the depths of the ocean, but in the depths of the human spirit. And as long as we seek, wonder, and explore, the lost city of Atlantis will never truly be forgotten.